Welcome to 2026. If you are watching this, you aren't looking for a commuter car. You aren't looking for something to just get you to work. You are looking for a statement. You are looking for a machine that tells the world you have already won. Every single year, the automotive industry promises us the future. But 2026 is different. This is the year the threshold for luxury has been completely rewritten. We have moved beyond heated seats and leather stitching. We are now talking about Level 3 autonomous driving that legally lets you take your eyes off the road. We are talking about hybrid systems derived from Formula 1 that don't just save fuel, they crush 0 to 60 times. We are talking about cabins that are quieter than a recording studio and smarter than your broker. In the last 12 months, the titans of the industry Mercedes, Rolls-Royce, Ferrari, and Bugatti have all played their hands. Some have gone fully electric, silencing the roar of the engine forever. Others have doubled down on the V8, giving us one final symphony of combustion before the regulations close in. Today, we are not just looking at cars, we are building the ultimate 2026 garage. We are going to rank the absolute best machinery money can buy this year tier by tier. We will start with the daily drivers, the six-figure sedans you take to the office. We will move to the super SUVs, the family haulers that can outrun a Ferrari. We will climb to the grand tourers, the weekend getaway machines. And finally, we will end at the summit, the hypercars, the multi-million-dollar investments that you don't drive, you collect. If you have $10 million or if you plan to make $10 million this year, this is your shopping list. Buckle up. This is the LuxeLine official 2026 buyer's guide. Let's be clear about one thing. In the world of the ultra-wealthy, entry-level does not mean cheap. Entry-level means essential. These are the flagships. The cars you are driven in. The cars that line the parking lot of every private jet terminal from Teterboro to Dubai. For 2026, the war for the best luxury sedan has turned into a three-way standoff between Germany's finest. If you are buying a daily driver this year, you have three choices, and choosing the wrong one says a lot about you. The 2026 Mercedes-Benz class for decades. The S-Class has been the gold standard. The saying goes, if you want to see the future of the car industry, look at the S-Class today. But for 2026, Mercedes has felt the pressure, and they have responded with a massive mid-cycle refresh. This isn't just a new bumper. The 2026 S-Class has completely overhauled its lighting signature. Look at the front. The headlights now feature the star motif within the cluster itself, a detail pulled directly from the CLA concept. It is subtle, but to those who know, it screams new money. Under the hood, the S580 is still the king of the lineup for the traditional buyer. It retains the 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8. While the rest of the world is downsizing to 4 cylinders, Mercedes understands that at this price point starting around $130,000 and easily speccing to $160,000. You want the effortless torque that only a V8 provides. It pushes 496 horsepower, but that number is irrelevant. You don't buy an S-Class for horsepower, you buy it for waft. The biggest update for 2026 is the Drive Pilot Level 3 system. In qualified states like California and Nevada, and now expanding into parts of Europe, this car will legally drive itself in heavy traffic up to 40 miles per hour. We aren't talking about keep your hands on the wheel lane assist. We mean you can legally watch a movie or check your stocks while the car handles the gridlock. Inside, the MBUX Hyperscreen, previously reserved for the electric EQS, is now available on the combustion S-Class. 3. Massive OLED screen spanning the entire dashboard. It uses eye tracking to see what you are looking at. If you look at the side mirror, it adjusts. If you look at a notification, it opens. It is terrifyingly intuitive. Verdict: the S-Class is still the safe bet. It is for the person who values tradition, but demands the absolute cutting edge of tech. It is the uniform of the successful CEO. The 2026 BMW 7 Series and i7. If the S-Class is a tailored tuxedo, the 2026 BMW 7 Series is a Met Gala outfit. It is loud, it is controversial, and it is absolutely massive. BMW has taken a gamble with the 7 Series that is paying off. The front grille is still enormous, illuminated by the iconic glow LEDs that ensure everyone sees you coming from a mile away. But the real story of the 2026 model is the integration of the Swarovski crystal headlights as a standard feature on the V8 models. They sparkle like jewelry even when they are off. The 2026 760i xDrive is the combustion powerhouse, using a mild hybrid V8 to deliver 536 horsepower. But interestingly, many billionaires are opting for the i7 M70, the fully electric version. Why? Because an electric motor is inherently more luxurious than a gas engine. It has zero vibration. It has instant torque. The i7 M70 hits 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. That is faster than most sports cars in a vehicle that weighs nearly 3 tons. But the reason you buy this car is the back seat, specifically the 31-inch 8K theater screen. This folds down from the roof, blocking out the rear view mirror and turning the back seat into a rolling cinema. It has 5G connectivity built in. You can run Zoom meetings, watch Netflix, or stream Bloomberg television in 8K resolution. Combined with the Bowers & Wilkins Diamond surround sound system, which puts exciters in the seats so you feel the bass, it is an experience the S-Class simply cannot match. The 2026 update also brings the automatic doors to all trims. You press a button on the dashboard or even on your phone, and the doors motor open and closed automatically, checking for obstacles. It removes the physical effort of even opening your own door. Verdict: the 7 Series is for the disruptor. It's for the tech mogul, the crypto whale, the person who wants to be seen and wants their car to be a gadget first and a vehicle second. The 2026 Porsche Panamera Turbo E-Hybrid. There is a third type of billionaire, the one who hates being driven. The one who fires the chauffeur on weekends because they want the wheel themselves. For you, there is only one option in 2026, the new Porsche Panamera Turbo E-Hybrid. Porsche has completely refreshed the Panamera for this generation. They have solved the biggest problem of the luxury sedan physics. The 2026 model features the Porsche Active Ride suspension. This is revolutionary. When you open the door, the car instantly jumps up by 2 inches to make it easier to get in. But on the road, it does something magical. When you turn into a corner, the car leans into the turn like a motorcycle. When you brake hard, the nose doesn't dive. The rear lifts to keep the car perfectly flat. It defies gravity power. It has plenty. The Turbo E-Hybrid pairs a twin-turbo V8 with a massive electric motor inside the transmission. The result is 670 horsepower and 685 pound-feet of torque. It will crush the 0 to 60 sprint in 3.0 seconds flat. Let's put that in perspective. A 2026 Panamera sedan with 4 seats and a trunk for your golf clubs accelerates faster than a Ferrari Enzo. And because it is a plug-in hybrid, it has a secret weapon. You can drive it in e-power mode for about 50 miles. You can leave your gated community in absolute silence, cruise through the city without burning a drop of gas, and then, when you hit the highway, unleash the V8. The interior is pure Porsche. The analog tachometer is gone, replaced by a curved digital display, but the driving position is low and focused. You don't sit on a Panamera, you sit in it. Verdict: this is the Executive Express. If you wear a racing chronograph watch and own a private track membership, this is the only sedan you should consider buying. So you have your daily driver sorted. You have the S-Class for the commute, the 7 Series for the passengers, or the Panamera for the drive. But let's be honest, a sedan is limited. You can't take it to the mountains, you can't take it to the beach house with the dogs. And sometimes, you just want to look down on everyone else in traffic. That is why the most important segment in the luxury world right now isn't the sedan. It's the super SUV. In the next section, we are going to look at the heavy hitters. We are talking about the updated Rolls-Royce Cullinan Series 2, the Ferrari that they swore they would never build, and the Lamborghini that prints money. We have covered the sedans, but let's be honest with ourselves. The market has shifted. If you pull up to the valet at the Casino de Monte Carlo or the Burj Al Arab in 2026, you aren't doing it in a low-slung coupe anymore. You are doing it in a 3-ton fortress. The super SUV segment is no longer just about utility. It is about dominance. It is about sitting higher than the person next to you while accelerating faster than a race car. For 2026, the hierarchy has been reshuffled. The kings have updated their crowns and a new challenger has gone electric. At the very top of the food chain, there is only one name, the Cullinan. For 2026, Rolls-Royce has released the Series 2. This is the first major update since its launch, and they have leaned heavily into a specific demographic, the young billionaire. Visually, the Series 2 is more aggressive. The front grille is now illuminated, a feature Rolls-Royce resisted for years but has now embraced. The daytime running lights drape down the front bumper, giving it a distinct signature at night. You will never mistake this for the old model, but the real magic is inside. They have introduced a new material called duality twill. This is not leather. It is a bamboo-based fabric embroidered with 2.2 million stitches. Yes, you heard that right. It takes 20 hours just to stitch the interior. In 2026, leather is common. Botany is luxury. Under the hood, the 6.75-liter twin-turbo V12 remains. It doesn't roar, it whispers. The suspension scans the road with cameras and adjusts the air struts before you hit a bump, deleting potholes from existence. If you want to drive yourself and own the road, this is the only SUV that commands silence. Rolls-Royce focuses on comfort, but Ferrari focuses on violence. In 2026, the Ferrari Purosangue remains the most difficult car to buy in the world. Ferrari refuses to call it an SUV. They call it an FUV, Ferrari utility vehicle. And honestly, they are right. This is the only car in its class that still uses a naturally aspirated V12. No turbos, no hybrid batteries, just 6.5 liters of Italian engineering screaming to 8,250 RPM. It produces 715 horsepower. The driving experience defies physics because it uses the Multimatic True Active Spool Valve suspension. This system uses electric motors at each wheel to physically push the body flat in a corner. There are no anti-roll bars. The car thinks its way through a turn. When you stomp on the gas, the nose doesn't lift. When you brake, it doesn't dive. It stays eerily flat like a magnetic train. For 2026, the waitlists are effectively closed, and secondary market prices are hovering near $1 million. This is not a family hauler. This is a sports car that happens to have 4 seats. While Ferrari clings to the past, Lamborghini has embraced the future with the 2026 Lamborghini Urus SE. The SE stands for Super Elettrica. This is the plug-in hybrid version. And before you complain about hybrids, look at the numbers. The twin-turbo V8 is now paired with an electric motor inside the transmission. The result is 789 horsepower and 701 pound-feet of torque. It is the most powerful Urus ever made. It hits 60 miles per hour in 3.4 seconds. But here's the party trick. It has a 25 kilowatt-hour battery. That means you can drive about 35 miles on pure electric power. You can leave your mansion in absolute silent stealth mode and only wake up the V8 when you hit the highway. Lamborghini has also redesigned the center differential to allow for a drift mode. Yes, a drift mode in a hybrid SUV. The Urus SE is the king of versatility. It's eco-friendly enough to enter European city centers, but fast enough to embarrass a Porsche 911. Finally, we have the uniform of Hollywood, the Mercedes G-Class for 2026. The line has split. You have the updated AMG G63 with a hybrid assist, but the headline is the G580 with EQ technology. The electric G-Wagon. Why would you buy an electric box? 2 words, G-turn, because this car has 4 independent motors. It can spin 360 degrees in place like a tank. Is it useful? Is it the ultimate flex in a parking lot? Absolutely. It produces 579 horsepower and massive instant torque. If you love the rumble, keep the G63. If you want the viral gadget of the year, get the G580. We have covered the cars you need. Now, let's talk about the cars you want. We are entering the stratosphere. This section is for the 1%. Actually, no, it's for the 0.01%. These are the cars that don't just depreciate, they appreciate. For 2026, the hypercar world is divided into 2 warring factions. The hybrid monsters pushing physics to the breaking point, and the analog purists refusing to let the old ways die. First, we have the car that breaks every rule in the book, the Koenigsegg Gemera. For years, this car was a prototype. But in 2026, customer deliveries are finally hitting the road, and the final specs are terrifying. Koenigsegg calls this a Mega GT because it has 4 seats. You can fit 4 adults plus their luggage inside a car that accelerates faster than a Formula 1 racer. Originally, this car was supposed to have a 3-cylinder engine, but for the production model, they offered an upgrade, the hot V8. They took the 5.0-liter twin-turbo V8 from the Jesco record breaker and crammed it into the middle of this family car. Paired with the new dark matter electric motor, the 2026 Gemera produces 2,300 horsepower and over 2,000 pound-feet of torque. Let me repeat that. 2,300. It uses the light-speed Tourbillon transmission, which has no flywheels, so the engine revs instantly like a superbike. It does 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds and hits a top speed of 248 miles per HR. And you can do this with your kids in the back seat watching Netflix. It is the ultimate one-car garage for the billionaire. While Koenigsegg is chasing numbers, Horatio Pagani is chasing emotion. In 2026, digital screens are everywhere. Cars are becoming computers. Pagani says, enter the Pagani Utopia Roadster. This car is a rejection of the modern world. There are no hybrid batteries. There is no dual-clutch transmission. Sitting behind your head is a 6.0-liter twin-turbo V12 built by Mercedes-AMG specifically for Pagani. It produces 864 horsepower. Is it the fastest car on this list? But that isn't the point. The point is the 7-speed manual gearbox. In 2026, finding a V12 with a stick shift is like finding a dinosaur in your backyard. The interior is not a cockpit, it is a jewelry store. The gauges are analog, machined from solid blocks of aluminum. The gear linkage is exposed, so you can see the mechanical parts moving every time you shift. You buy a Koenigsegg to go fast. You buy a Pagani to feel something. It is art you can drive. And finally, the heavy hitter, the replacement for the Chiron, the new king of the Volkswagen Group empire, the Bugatti Tourbillon. Everyone thought Bugatti would go electric. They didn't. Instead, they did something crazier. They built a brand new 8.3-liter naturally aspirated V16 engine. It is 3 feet long. It has no turbos. It revs to 9,000 RPM. It sounds like 2 Ferraris screaming at each other. But this is 2026, so they added 3 electric motors to the mix. The result is 1,800 horsepower, 0 to 186 miles per h. Takes less than 10 seconds. The speedometer goes to 341 miles per h-hour. The interior features the skeleton key instrument cluster designed by Swiss watchmakers, made of titanium, sapphire, and ruby. The steering wheel rotates around the gauges, so they are always visible. At $4.1 million, the Tourbillon is the apex predator. It proves that the internal combustion engine isn't dead. It has just become exclusive. We have seen the gas-guzzling monsters, but we cannot ignore the shift that is happening in the ultra-luxury segment. For the old money and the tech moguls, noise is becoming uncivilized. True luxury, they argue, is silence. True luxury is technology that anticipates your needs before you do. There are 2 cars defining this new luxury for 2026. First, the Rolls-Royce Spectre. Rolls-Royce has always tried to make their cars as quiet as possible. With the Spectre, they finally achieved perfection. This is the first fully electric supercoupe from Goodwood. Because there is no engine vibration, and because the battery pack acts as 700 kilograms of sound insulation, the Spectre is the quietest car ever produced. For 2026, the bespoke options have expanded. You can now order Starlight doors, where nearly 5,000 individual fiber optic stars are handwoven into the door panels. It's not about saving the environment. It's about the fact that an electric powertrain is simply better for luxury than a gas engine. It is smoother, quieter, and has instant torque. Finally, we have the wild card, the car that wants to steal Rolls-Royce's lunch money, the 2026 Cadillac Celestiq. For 50 years, Cadillac was premium, not luxury. But the Celestiq changes everything. This is a $340,000 electric sedan, built by hand, one at a time. The roof is suspended particle device smart glass. You can dim it in 4 separate zones. The driver can have it dark, while the rear passenger has it clear to see the stars. The dashboard is a pillar-to-pillar 55-inch 8K screen. Cadillac is betting that there is a new type of buyer, someone who wants American swagger combined with next-generation tech. So, that is the landscape of 2026. We have the Koenigsegg Gemera for the family speed run, the Pagani Utopia for the analog soul, the Bugatti Tourbillon for the ultimate flex, and the Rolls-Royce Spectre for the silent arrival. The Billionaire's garage has never been this diverse or this exciting. Now, I want to turn this over to you. Visualize it. You have the checkbook, you have the garage space. If you could only pick one key from this table to start your 2026, which one is it? Are you taking the screaming V16 Bugatti or the silent luxury of the Rolls-Royce? Let me know in the comments below. The best answer gets pinned. This has been LuxeLine. Welcome to the future.